We'll take a break now in Sports Scene and come back with races 5. It was the second division of the Kitchener graduation, and the New South Wales Country Gallopers, Drifting Dame and Winter Palace, had it between them here. Drifting Dame settles just off the speed and is a shade too strong for Winter Palace in the straight.
The centre began very quickly with Fields of Atterley and Connor's Hope making ground. Winter Palace jumped away well and is surging up towards the lead now as they run to the first turn, where King Ruffle went to the front with 1,000 to go, but Winter Palace quickly tackled King Ruffle and shot a half-length clear. 3 lengths away, Carlaway on the outside of Drifting Dame, and then a break of 2 to Connor's Hope around Fields of Atterley. Another 2.5 lengths away, Smart of Grand from Amazing Gold, and then 3 to Bless Us All from Earthy Salt, Misty Malt, Royal Rover. Pride of Glenore, Upland's Lad well back with Power Wheel and Imported Princess near the tail. Well strung out as they travel onto the turn at the 450, where Winter Palace had shot clear to lead by 2 lengths over King Ruffle. A break of 2.5 to Carlaway, and then Drifting Dame called on, followed by Fields of Atterley and Connor's Hope on the outside. Winter Palace in front, 250 to go, but Drifting Dame's looking big danger now. Then King Ruffle and Carlaway. Winter Palace ridden hands and heels. Drifting Dame under the whip, coming after Winter Palace with 100 to go, and Drifting Dame went to Winter Palace. Drifting Dame and Winter Palace are fighting it out, with Drifting Dame too strong, drawing away on the line, and Drifting Dame beat Winter Palace. Third tight, King Ruffle or Carlaway.
Early birthday present there for Drifting Dame's rider Bill Aspros, who turns 23 tomorrow. Sixth event was the Yabba Handicap, and Roipeka went on his winning way. I think he's going to be a great 4X Cup hope in the winter if he can just improve a little bit, and I think he will. He's only lightly raced and a very promising stayer. El Laurena, a good run to get second, and Smiler Kyle under his 57 certainly wasn't disgraced to finish third.
Smiler Kyle, El Laurena, and Amaretto had immediately dropped out to the tail at the end of 200 metres, and a good battle for the lead here, where Del Dier strode up very quickly on the outside, and he's taken the front, Del Dier, narrowly from Young Dub, who went with him. They've raced 3 lengths clear of Aquitaine in the centre. Bogidji 3 wide, and Sharona now drops to 5th on the rail. A break of 2 lengths to Roipeka on the outside of Homid, and then 1.5 to Co, 1 to Smiler Kyle. 3 parts of a length away is El Laurena second last, and Amaretto was last. 1,100 left to go. Del Dier pulling hard, led narrowly from Young Dub, and they lead by 2.5 lengths to Aquitaine, who's given the run of the race. Bogidji 4th on the outside, 1.5 to Sharona, and then 1/2 Roipeka. Co's about to start a run, and that 900-metre bend is striding up 3 wide, 1 to Homid, 1/2 El Laurena. A break of 2 lengths to Smiler Kyle, and 1/2 to Amaretto, who's last. Young Dub on the outside and Del Dier on the fence. They've gone hammer and tongs in shortly after the jump, and they lead running down the side by 3 lengths over Aquitaine, with Bogidji 1 away from the rail. Roipeka asked for his effort now. He's travelling up 3 wide, and Co's been shunted 4 deep. 2 lengths away, Sharona, followed by El Laurena, then Amaretto. Homid had dropped back to second last, and Smiler Kyle was last as they pack up rounding the bend. 400 out, and Del Dier and Young Dub are about to be joined by Roipeka, who sprinted quickly on the outside. Aquitaine's looking for the split, and then Sharona and Amaretto running on. Roipeka reached the lead, 250 to go. Aquitaine got chopped out. Sharona's getting up along the inside. Here's Amaretto and Smiler Kyle into the clear. Roipeka in front, Sharona going with it. Smiler Kyle flying, so is El Laurena, but Roipeka's clear. El Laurena and Smiler Kyle won't reach Roipeka, and Roipeka wins the prize. Roipeka first, second very tight between El Laurena, a good run, and Smiler Kyle, a good run.
Another smart win there to Roipeka, and a very good ride from Neil Williams, who eased out at the right time, approaching the turn to sweep up 3 wide. We're going to show you now the slow motion at the home turn. There's a couple of things to look for. Firstly, in the lime colours, back near the tail of the field, you'll notice El Laurena. Mel Shoemaker had to ease him back. He lost 2 or 3 lengths at that stage, and the horse isn't coming to the outside as quickly as Shoemaker would like. He's wanting to lay in. But we'll drop off El Laurena now and pick him up later. And over, one off the inside is Aquitaine. You'll just see her, the white on her head between Del Dier on the fence and Young Dub. That's Sharona in the red going up on the inside. Now Aquitaine gets very tight here for room as Del Dier comes away from the inside, and Mike Pelling had to check her there, and she lost all winning chance. At this stage, Roipeka in the white has scooted to the lead. That's Sharona over on the inside, Del Dier. Now in the red colours, emerging in the centre is Smiler Kyle, who momentarily looks a threat, but just anchored by the weight. And then down the outside comes El Laurena. In a very good performance by El Laurena. It looks as though he might be getting back to form. By the same token, I thought Roipeka had something up his sleeve. Neil Williams wasn't forced to go for the whip, and I really think he's a top Winter Carnival chance. We go now to the 7th event. It was the 3rd division of the Kitchener graduation. The winner here, Claudella, and a winning double to Shane Scriven, riding in a new saddle. So 2 out of 2 it was for the saddle at this stage. Claudella scoots to the lead, and she's too strong for Still a Secret.
Claudia flying in the early part. King Spring from out wide very quickly out, and there's plenty of pace on at the end of 200 metres, where Lady Claudella went to the lead and shot away to lead a length and a half. Bundy Flyer with King Spring moving to third, Cozzy fourth as they travel down the side, and Win Spears out 4 wide. A length away out Thrill going up to be one of the leaders with Smoky Claude, and then Colonial Princess. Another 2 lengths away Magna Fear, and then 2 to Machiavelli on the inside of Still a Secret, Wonder Bell Gong, Wonder Narung Star. Purple in well back, a break to Sergeant Troy, and Evil Intention was last. Claudella held the inside and the lead, travelling onto the turn at the 450 and showed the way by a length over Al Thrill, who's out 5 wide. Winspear 4 deep, then Cozzy. King Spring running on from Bundy Flyer, Colonial Princess and Smoky's Claude. Claudella in front, 250 to go. King Spring's gone into second spot. Cozzy battling on under the whip, and then Still a Secret on the outside, but Claudella's got their measure, I think. She's in front with 100 to go. She's getting tired now. Smoky's Claude and Still a Secret are trying hard, but Claudella ridden hands and heels is too good, and Claudella wins. Claudella first, Still a Secret second. Magnafia got right through along the rail, has probably run third from Smoky's Claude.
Claudella leading throughout there to score quite decisively. She was getting tired at the finish, but the others weren't making up too much ground too quickly either. I think there was a few weary ones there. We're going to show you now a slow motion in the straight. The 4th place getter, Magnafia, in the blue colours, one off the fence, about 5 lengths off the lead. You'll notice him get tightened for room here. The gold cap and the blue colours is momentarily held up there. And once he does get into the clear, he works home very, very nicely to get 4th placing. Now, that's Claudella well in front, King Spring, the baldy horse there, and now Magnafia in the blue, getting clear over on the inside. Down the outside is Still a Secret. But Claudella, well clear, Shane Scriven keeping her going. She's getting away from the inside as she gets a bit tired. Still a Secret runs on well for 3rd, and that's Magnafia making up good ground for 4th. And the interesting thing there, the apprentice Robert Crilly protested against the judges' placings. He ran 4th in the blue over on the inside. He believed he'd run 2nd. That's Still a Secret on the outside running 2nd, and Smoky's Claude 3rd with a nose to Magnafia 4th. But the margin between 2nd and 3rd, 3/4 of a length. I don't think stewards were too impressed by that protest by Robert Crilly, which did hold up correct weight for some minutes. But nevertheless, a good performance there from Magnafia. The 8th event, and it went to He's a Warrior. He appreciated the drop back in class here to graduation yesterday. He scores from Swerve, who I thought was a little unlucky. That's him in the black in front at this stage. He settles back to take the run of the race, but didn't have a lot of luck in the straight.
Scrappy Sally, but she's trapped 4 wide at the end of 250 metres and is easing back now. Little Lively midfield, a length and a half to He's a Warrior, a break of 3 lengths to Wellington Road, a half Kin Child, and 1 1/2 to Vaminos, who's last of all. Fortune Venture's gone to the front on the back bend, and at the 1100 metre mark, Fortune Venture shows the way by a length and a half over Barbara's Boy, with Scrappy Sally now 3rd. Swerve a length away 4th, and then 1 to He's a Warrior, a half to Little Lively. A break of 2 1/2 lengths to Kin Child on the outside of Wellington Road, and still Vaminos whipped them in as they work to the 800, where Fortune Venture led by a half length over Barbara's Boy, and Scrappy Sally again is 3 wide. Swerve a length and a half away, enjoying the run of the race, a half length He's a Warrior. A break of 2 to Little Lively on the inside of Kin Child, then Vaminos, and now the stay of Wellington Road, a drop to the tail of the field. With 500 metres left to gallop, and Fortune Venture leads as they make the run to the turn. Barbara's Boy 2nd. Scrappy Sally on the outside, then Swerve looking for a run, and He's a Warrior pushing up in the centre from Little Lively. Barbara's Boy tackled Fortune Venture as they came to the 250. Swerve's got no room. He's a Warrior joining in. Here's Kin Child and Vaminos down the outside. Fortune Venture headed by He's a Warrior. Swerve running on. Out wide Vaminos and Kin Child are coming fast. He's a Warrior broke clear. Close to home, he's just in front. Swerve trying hard to reach him, but He's a Warrior pinched too big a break, and He's a Warrior won. He's a Warrior first, 2nd and 3rd tight. Swerve, I think, 2nd. Vaminos and Wellington Road flew in the last little bit.
Yes, it was a good run from Wellington Road, as Terry mentioned there. It looks like the very good stayers on the way back. A little bit more ground, he won't be long winning. Final event went to Roanoke Lad. Chinchilla owned and trained. Big celebrations there last night, I feel. And Roanoke Lad overcame a wide barrier to score from Lord Hussar in a deceptive finish. He scored by a half neck. And the favourite, Count Cavour, who was slowly away, was a little bit disappointing. I'm getting the thumbs down here. Unfortunately, we look like we've lost the final race. Oh, right. Well, they won't be able to see that at Chinchilla.
You're making too many mistakes, but we want to get you off, that's all it is.
You might have to get in touch with the Jumbuck if you want to see that race. You get the tape. We'll have a look now at the double and treble information from Eagle Farm yesterday. Firstly, the double numbers 5 and 1, $22.30, 9, 5 and 1. The treble numbers $95.90. We won't charge Jumbuck for that plug. We'll take a break now in Sports Scene, and David Fordham will be back with all the golf action in the Masters. And unfortunately, Jill Ray, the other one, can't handle the wet. I'm sure it is the other one, isn't it? Jill Ray, that's 9 seconds now from 16 starts and no wins. Jill, you'll just have to smarten up your act. Yeah. Jill Ray just can't crack it for a win down there. Oh, there she is, coming back to scale. Yes. Nice head. Yes, Jill Ray, if you're backing for the place only, it'd be all right. 9 seconds. You hang in there, Jill. We've got the treble races from Canterbury, as we mentioned. The fourth event was the welter handicap over 1550. And Troppo, he scored last week. In fact, his last 2 wins before yesterday's race, and he certainly made it a one-act affair from the home turn.
Prince Granada, Fairy God, take it to the outside from Sister Padrille and French Kiwi. Troppo's race clear as they straighten up now. About 2 lengths, Born Red and Baldior, followed by Bencarra, Fairy God, hanging in under pressure. 150 to go, and Troppo going great guns. Troppo about 3 lengths on Bencarra, followed by Fairy God, but Troppo's going to notch up the hat-trick with ease, he does it. Troppo, 3 lengths on the line to Bencarra. Third home was Fairy God, and then Born Red.
The middle leg of the Canterbury treble was the Underwood Cup. It went to Fast Food. You'll notice him sustain a run around the outside of the field. He's on the extreme outside coming to the home turn, and he relishes the soft conditions. Singing Our Song, the favourite, battles on well in the straight after being held up momentarily, but she had her chance in the final 100 metres.
Fast Food at Astro Star joining in, a length Singing Our Song, but at the 200 and Fast Food ahead on Astro Star. They've burnt off, Patera, Singing Our Song, trying hard to reach Fast Food, but Fast Food's drawn clear, and he's got a winning break. Singing Our Song moving up to second, clear of Astro Star, but Fast Food untroubled, and Fast Food wins the Frank Underwood Cup from Singing Our Song. Third Astro Star, and then Bogan.
It's not too often Mick Dittman helps the bookies out, particularly with his run of luck recently in Sydney. But in the 7th event, the final leg of the treble from Canterbury, he scores on the 12-to-1 chance Gelsomino. The mare was resuming after a spell, but she really sprinted well yesterday, and obviously she's a real mudlarker. She bolts in from Josrafi, and Red Current battles on for third.
To hang, and the riders had to pull the whip. Gelsomino's charging into the picture, looking the big danger to Dashing Vagabond. She hits the lead, Gelsomino. And Gelsomino, having a first start since last October, has raced away from Dashing Vagabond, Red Current, Josrafi and Old Trench Digger finishing on, but Gelsomino, she's run her rivals ragged, and Gelsomino's bolted in from Josrafi, Red Current, and on the outside, Trench Digger.
We've got now the TAB information from the Canterbury meeting. Firstly, the double numbers, 6 and 9, paid $180.50. A big dividend there for the double. And the treble numbers, 8, 6 and 9, and the dividend, $866.40. While the extra double from Canterbury, 6 and 7, paid $27.60. We'll take a break now in Sports Scene, and when we return, we'll be treble races from Flemington yesterday, but there was plenty of action in these. Fourth event was the first leg of the treble. It was the welter handicap over 1,400 metres. A big plunge here on French Current, looked likely to score at the 400 metres, but Darren Gauci brings Advert through on the inside, and he's just too strong for the favourite over the final stages.
Chesterfield and Folk Glen. French Current in front at the 300, and neck to Advert. They've come away about 2 lengths in front of Chesterfield, Beer Wagon, and then Folk Glen. French Current and Advert. Advert might be going home a bit the better on the inside. Got his head in front, and Advert's going to win about a neck to French Current. 2.5 lengths away third. Folk Glen's got up to get third on the outside.
The highly consistent 4-year-old River Rough showed that he has a touch of class with his win in the Lightning Handicap, which was the middle leg of the Flemington treble, and he's going to be a pretty worthy substitute for Manakatu, who unfortunately was put down earlier in the week. Trained by Bob Hoysted, and this is the Lightning Stakes from the 1,000 metres.
Bowl Jet's fairly well away, and so is Ideal Planet. And back behind those horses is River Rough and Red Tempo and Flash Doll, followed by Heliotrope and Proud Sapphire. At the 600, Aerolino, Razor Sharp, Ideal Planet in line with Secunda on the outside. Back behind them, Mighty Avalanche and Fiesta Star. It is on the fence. Ideal Planet, Mr. Illusion driving through in the centre now, and Worth just behind them from River Rough, Red Tempo the outside. 400 to go, about 6 across the track now, and it's Razor Sharp and Aerolino in front. Coming at them, River Rough down the outside with a strong run. River Rough's gone up to join Razor Sharp and hit the front, and coming down the outside now with a very good run is Red Tempo, and then Nouvelle Star, but River Rough race clear with 100 to go, and it's got the Lightning well won as they get down near the line, and River Rough's going on to score about 3 parts of a length to Red Tempo, either Nouvelle Star or Razor Sharp third from Mighty Avalanche.
Nice finishing effort from the third place getter Nouvelle Star, and I think over a little bit more ground he's close to a win. The final leg of the treble went to Penny Edition. He's a 7-year-old now, but he took his stake earnings well past the $250,000 with his classy win from Maiden Century and Pochinella.
On the outside of those horses now by L.A. Bajou. Pochanella's under the whip. Dynamo's too far back as Penny Edition strode to the lead now from War Night. Lemon Princess running on fairly, and here's Maiden Century, the danger out wide. It's Penny Edition clear, Maiden Century flying to it. I don't know whether it can get there. Penny Edition in front, it'll hang on. Penny Edition a neck to Maiden Century. Pochanella's run third from Lemon Princess fourth.
We have now the TAB information from Flemington. The double, 5 and 4, the numbers, $40.90. The treble combination, 5, 5 and 4, paid $169.60. And the extra double from Flemington, 2 and 6, paid $5.60. Well, this week in racing in Brisbane, we've got Eagle Farm on Wednesday, a good meeting at Bundamba on Thursday, and the highlight of the Doomben fixture next Saturday will be the second leg of the summer 2-year-old Triple Crown. It's the O'Brien Glass Plate, and some very promising youngsters will line up there. Alsvid and Al's Report, first and second in the first leg of the Triple Crown, are certain starters. So that's going to be a highlight of Doomben racing next Saturday. I'm not a 2-year-old called Devil's Bag, who has just been sold for $36 million, and he's the early favourite for the Kentucky Derby, undefeated 2-year-old, and this is the story out of Hialeah.
It doesn't look like $36 million when he's just walking around, but when he's racing...
Devil's Bag in complete control of this field, in front by about 5.
That's the only place he's ever been, in front.
Dr. Carter, but the story here is Devil's Bag. Devil's Bag has the lead by about 7. Dr. Carter in second. It's Maple on Devil's Bag, in front.
The next story was that a group of investors bought Devil's Bag as a future sire for $36 million. By far the biggest amount ever paid for a 2-year-old horse. His price as an unraced 1-year-old had been $325,000. In one race last year, Devil's Bag ran 7/8 of a mile faster than any 2-year-old had ever done. The history of racing is filled with stories of highly publicized 2-year-old champions who faltered on their way to the Triple Crown. But the betting around the racetrack is that Devil's Bag will make it.
We're going to take it one step at a time. But I'd love to win the Kentucky Derby.
In 5 starts, he's never had a whip laid on him, and he's never had no horse in front of him. So until somebody really makes him run someday, I've got to say he's the best. As long as he's healthy, he won't get beat.
If Woody Stevens is right, it'll be a first. No champion racehorse of modern times has ever been retired unbeaten.
There's look a very promising colt, and it'll be interesting to see how he fares in the Triple Crown this year. Well, down to racing at Doomben yesterday. The opening event was the Open Handicap. It went to the odds-on favourite Laurena. In the end, he scored decisively, but he does appear to be a little past his best. But on this effort, he's going to pay his way in Brisbane middle-distance racing, and perhaps if he can show some improvement, he could measure up as a Brisbane Cup hope in the winter.
Well, Homid began fairly in front of Co. Laurena immediately dropped back to 4th, and Bucking Rip went to the tail of the field. They run onto the course proper, just under 2,000 metres left to go, and they're hacking up the straight the first time. Young Dub found the rail, leads by a half length over Co. Homid is third, a length and a half away on the inside of Laurena, and 1 length away was Bucking Rip. Well, a boy on a bike would beat them as they come to the judge, and with 1,700 metres left to go, it's Young Dub in front. He leads by 3 parts of a length over Co, with Homid a length away third, the favourite Laurena fourth in the field of 5. He's in a 1-out, 1-back spot as they go over that crossing, and 2 lengths to Bucking Rip. So that's the order, leaving the straight, approaching the 1,500-metre mark, and Young Dub leads by a length over Co. Homid still third on the rail. Laurina's a length away fourth. He's travelling well enough at the moment, and a length and a half to Bucking Rip, who's last as they slide past the 1,400-metre mark. They're about to make the entry into the back of the track, and Young Dub's been in front since shortly after the break. He leads Co. The break is a length and a half. 3 parts of a length away, Homid camping on the rail. Then 1 to Laurena, and a break of 2 lengths to Bucking Rip. There's been very little action and very little change in the order. As they run over the back past the 1,100-metre mark, Young Dub still shows the way. He's travelling comfortably enough. Co has sat second throughout. Homid third on the fence, a half length away Laurena. He's in close enough contact at the moment, the favourite, and 2 lengths to Bucking Rip, who whipped them in as they run onto the top turn. 800 left to go. Young Dub in front. Co second, Homid third, Laurena fourth, Bucking Rip fifth. There's been very little change, but now they're starting to quicken the tempo as they run to the 600-metre mark, and Young Dub's ridden along. Co immediately has shuffled that. He's off the bit at the moment, chasing the leader. Homid on the fence, and Laurena's about to be asked for his effort, and then Bucking Rip as they travel onto the turn. 400 out, Young Dub still in front. He'll lead by 2 lengths as they turn the corner. Coes under the whip, then Homid off the rail, and Laurena on the outside. Young Dub in front, 250 to go, but Homid and Laurena have run to him quickly. Homid put his head in front. He's tackled by Laurena, and now the favourite takes a narrow break. Laurena moved away a half length over Homid. Homid fighting back, but Laurena getting his measure over the final 100 metres. He's striding clear on the line, and Laurena wins the money. Laurena first, Homid second, Bucking Rip ran third, then Young Dub.
Second event was the Shatter Safe graduation over the 2200 metres course. Went to Clever Me, a nice ride here by Neil Williams. He looked to be in a little bit of trouble approaching the home turn where he lost a couple of lengths, but that was obviously caused by interference. Apprentice Neville All subsequently suspended until March the 3rd for causing trouble on the third place getter Brahma Putra. Clever Me in the yellow colours with the red cap settles nicely about midfield, and he's too good at the finish.
Manawatu immediately dropped out to the tail of the field. Capraton's the leader at the 1800 metre mark, but Brown Cobbler quickly strode up to be second, and they raced away. They're 2.5 lengths clear of Drury Lass, with Rodin moving to fourth. A half length to Pola Mola on the rail, and then 1 to Clever Me, followed by Brahma Putra, who's racing on the outside of Pulse Maker, and 2 lengths to Manawatu. On the turn out of the straight now, over the crossing at the 1650, and Capraton leads by 2 lengths over Brown Cobbler. 3 lengths away Drury Lass, and then 1 to Rodin, who's the first away from the rail. A half length to Pola Mola, and 1 to Clever Me, who's pulling in midfield. Pulse Maker third last on the fence on the inside of Brahma Putra, and 2 lengths to Manawatu. At the 1300, and Capraton ensuring a quick pace, leads by 2.5 lengths over Brown Cobbler. 5 lengths away Drury Lass, 1 to Rodin. A break of 2 to Pola Mola on the inside of Clever Me, who's edging up a little closer to the speed. Brahma Putra third last now on the outside of Pulse Maker, and Manawatu is last, and the best part of 12 lengths from the leader, which is Capraton at the 1000 metre mark. He still leads by 2 lengths to Brown Cobbler. A break of 3 to Drury Lass. He'll have to cart the rest of the field up to this pair of leaders. Now Clever Me's out 3 wide, starting a run, and Brahma Putra saw him going and whipped out deep on the track to go with him. A length away Rodin, then Pola Mola dropped backing along the rail. Manawatu's out very wide, and False Maker got pushed back to the tail of the field. Capraton only a half length in front at the 650. Brown Cobbler left the fence and went after the leader. Brahma Putra's run up to be third, is under the whip. Then Clever Me in the centre, and Drury Lass on the rail. Manawatu coming around them quickly. Pola Mola copped a bad check, then Rodin and Pulse Maker. Capraton in front, turning the corner, 350 metres out, but Brown Cobbler's about to tackle Capraton quickly. 2 lengths away Brahma Putra and Clever Me running on, and then Pulse Maker. Brown Cobbler and Capraton fighting it out at the 200. Now Clever Me getting into the clear, is starting to gobble them up from Brahma Putra and Pulse Maker on the outside. Clever Me went to the lead, 100 to go, past Brown Cobbler. Clever Me put his head in front. Brown Cobbler fighting back, but Clever Me in front as they hit the line, and Clever Me wins the money. Clever Me first, Brown Cobbler second, Brahma Putra third, Pulse Maker.
Feel sure Clever Me can go on now and score in open class. Invariably the graduation winners with the full weight, 55.5 kilos, very hard to beat in the open class with the lightweight. Third event was the Solar Glass Flying. Went to Conor's Empire. This is win number 25 from a career record of 73 starts. That's him in the brown on the inside, and apart from a moment's worry in the straight when he was in trouble getting a run, he always looked like the winner.
Conor's Empire and Swift Fox are going very quickly, with Ramsey's out wide, and they're all looking for the lead. Handsome Prince settling fourth on the inside of Some Unit, then a break of 2.5 lengths to Charwana and 6 lengths to Rock Show. Ramsey's ran to the front on the first turn, and with 800 metres left to go, leads by 2 lengths over Swift Fox, with Conor's Empire a length away third. Some Units trapped out wide. Handsome Prince is pushing up in the centre. 2 lengths to Charwana and 4 to Rock Show. Ramsey's in front. At the 550 metre mark, he leads by 2 lengths over Swift Fox. Handsome Prince ran up to be third. Conor's Empire on the rail. Then Some Unit from Charwana, hard ridden before the turn, and Rock Show last as they swing the bend. Ramsey's leads around the turn at the 350 from Swift Fox. Handsome Prince under pressure. Conor's Empire trying to get off the rail. He's bullocking through between Ramsey's and Swift Fox, and here's Charwana running on. Ramsey's still in front, 150 to go. Conor's Empire into the clear, went to him now with Charwana on the outside, but Conor's Empire burst clear from Charwana and Ramsey's, and Conor's Empire is too good. A few worrying moments, but he won. Conor's Empire beat Charwana. Ramsey's third.
The grey Handsome Prince a little bit disappointing. We'll show you now the incident in the straight where Conor's Empire has difficulty getting the run. You'll notice him, that's third on the fence in the brown. Ramsey's leads. Conor's Empire coming out to try and come around Ramsey's, but Swift Fox, his rider, Brett Bellet, legitimately trying to hold Conor's Empire in that pocket, and Yeomans has to really force Conor's Empire into the clear. He's going very well, and he's able to shoulder Swift Fox out of the way. He's around Ramsey's heels now, and he was just too good from this point. He really accelerates away nicely. Shawana battles on well, an improved effort from him, and the grey Handsome Prince, his first run for a few weeks, obviously just in need of the hit out. But Conor's Empire, a smart win. He had only a lightweight, and he had that lovely run through the race, but I think he'll score again in open class, and he's an early fancy for the Wheatwood Handicap in Toowoomba next month. Fourth event was the O'Brien graduation for the fillies and mares, and Afro Lady. Good effort first up to just edge out Tassie Girl, Estelina.
Come out all that quickly. Exclusively Yours and Soul Planet fast away. Afro Lady and Tassie Girl came out running. Call Me Kathy midfield on the rail when they settled down, and then Estelina followed by El Camilla. Plush Lady shuffled back to second last, and Peerless Cruise at the tail. Afro Lady's going fast on the first turn, and she runs to the lead now at the 800-metre mark by 2 lengths over Soul Planet, with Tassie Girl moving up quickly on the outside. Exclusively Yours is third, and El Camilla's out very wide. Soul Planet was in trouble, dropped back into midfield. Plush Lady's making ground, but out deep on the track. Then Estelina from Call Me Kathy and Peerless Cruise. Now Tassie Girl's in front, one away from the rail. She leads by a half length over Afro Lady as they come to the turn at the 400. El Camilla quickly ran up to be third, Plush Lady fourth, but very deep, and then Exclusively Yours and Estelina from Call Me Kathy as they turn the corner. Afro Lady again joined Tassie Girl at the 250. They're clear. El Camilla and Estelina are running on, particularly Estelina. Afro Lady Butt is still in front of Tassie Girl and Estelina. Afro Lady the leader, Tassie Girl trying to wear her down. Afro Lady and Tassie Girl, they're going stride for stride to the line. Afro Lady, I think. Afro Lady by a narrow margin from Tassie Girl. Estelina third.
3 wins from 4 starts now for Afro Lady. She's a very, very promising filly. We'll take a break now in Sports Scene and come back with our Doomben review, races 5 to 8 after the break.
Sorbethane, beyond doubt the most shock-absorbent material known to man. Capable of absorbing an incredible 94% of impact shock. Shock such as heel strike, an athlete's worst enemy. Sorbethane, ultimate protection against heel strike injury. Official supplier to the Australian Olympic teams, 1984. Sorbethane. If you're not running on it, you're running on second best.
Is your car in good condition? Is everything working? Are the seat belts properly fitted? Do you use them every time you use the car? What about the steering and the brakes? When were they last checked? What about the tyres? Are they properly inflated? Those 4 small patches of rubber gripping the road could mean life or death in an emergency. Is the tread worn? In wet conditions, a worn tread could rob you of control. Can you see through the windscreen? Are the wiper blades too worn to clean the windscreen properly? Your car is your responsibility. Make sure it's not a danger to you or other road users.
Tuesday night on Sons and Daughters, a new girl makes an impression at Woombai.
Bit of a good looker, isn't she?
Has Wayne found a way out of his predicament?
How would you like to go to London?
And Barbara and Stephen clash over a family secret.
And we should tell Andy. No.
On Sons and Daughters, Tuesday, 7:30 on 7.
Fifth event from Doomben yesterday was the O'Brien glass plate for the 2-year-olds. It looked the best juvenile field of the season. That's how it worked out. Lady Lustre, starting at the surprisingly good odds of 8 to 1, scores most impressively. This imposing filly looks a real golden slipper prospect on her performance yesterday. Alsvid looked certain to score when he dashed clear after straightening, but Lady Lustre was just far too strong.
Diamond Heights dropped back shortly after the start. Rigo Gold, Els Report and Peach Choice all came out running. They're burning in the early part. Alsvid settling fourth, then Mona Star, Sing and Tune and Golf Field. Lady Lustre a touch worse than midfield on the rail from Silver Sister, Emerald Court, and Diamond Heights had dropped out to the rear. Rigo Gold won the early battle and leads at the 800-metre mark by 2 lengths over Els Report, with Peach Peach Choice a half length away third. A break of 2 to Elsvid and then a half to Sing and Tune, trapped a little wide on the outside of Mona Star, hustled along. Lady Luster's making ground on the fence, a length away Golffield, then Silver Sister, Emerald Cordon, 2 lengths to Diamond Heights as they travel the bend, 450 metres out, and Rigo Gold brings them to the turn by 2 lengths over El's Report with Peach Choice on the outside. Elsvid off the rail now, he's staking his claim, travelling up quickly, then Lady Lustre into the clear from Silver Sister, but Elsvid spreaded to the lead at the 200. Lady Luster's into second spot, she's coming after the colt, then Silver Sister and Golffield. Lady Luster's gone to Elsvid. The filly took the lead with 100 to go. She burst clear of Elsvid and then Golffield, and Lady Lustre is tearing away with the O'Brien. A big win, Lady Lustre first, Elsvid probably second, in a photo from Golffield, then Silver Sister.
Most convincing performance there from Lady Lustre. Her first run since October, so there should be some improvement in her condition, and she is likely to run now in the Coca-Cola Stakes in a fortnight and then head to Sydney for the Slipper. We show you now the slow motion of the finish, and this is how Lady Lustre really powers away from Elsvid. As they straighten up, it's Rigo Gold in front, but Elsvid quickly gets to the lead in the orange colours, and that's the grey, Lady Lustre, working hard now to go after Elsvid. Pilling pulls the whip and she quickly goes to the colt, and then Silver Sister, the other grey, behind, battling on, and out wide is Golffield. I thought his effort was very good from an awkward barrier, but Pelling gives the filly 2 or 3 hard ones with the whip and then just puts it away and rides her hands and heels to the post, and she comes away to easily defeat Elsvid, and Golffield running on very well for third. Lady Lustre, very, very smart filly. Sixth event was the Sunroof graduation over the 1200 metres. Went to Faunus. He was rated a little unlucky last start when forced wide. Yesterday he was given a lovely trail just off the speed by Neil Williams, and he was too strong in the straight for Survive, who came home strongly, Lower Tully Lad, and the leader Chant weakening into fourth.
Chant came out of the gate running. El Jadadi was fast away, but is trapped 4 wide at the end of a couple of 100 metres. King Crew settling 5th, and then Survive in front of the suitor, and Lower Tully Lad immediately dropped out to the rear. Chant in the centre, he's trapped 1 away from the fence, but he's narrowly in front with 900 to go. Wrecker Joe a half length away second, holding the inside. El Jadadi now travelled up to be third, and then Faunus in the centre. A length away Survive, and 1 to King Crew, 1 to Lower Tully Lad, and the suitors a half length away at the tail on the side of the track, and now Chant a clear-cut leader with 600 to go. Wrecker Joe still second on the rail, El Jadadi third, and then Faunus in the centre. Lower Tully Lad pushing up from King Crew, then Survive. He shuffled back to second last, and the suitor was last. Chant wide as he turns the bend. He leads a length and a half. Faunus has gone into second spot, is finishing well, then Wrecker Joe, El Jadadi and Lower Tully Lad. Shot under the whip at the 250, and Faunus quickly raced to him and took the lead. Faunus burst a length clear of Chant, then Survive running on from Lower Tully Lad, but it's Faunus in front with 100 metres left to go. He's got them beaten. Faunus clear from Survive and Lower Tully Lad, and Faunus too good. Faunus first, Survive second, Lower Tully Lad third.
Smart win there, and a good ride by Neil Williams to give him a winning double he scored earlier on Clever Me. Seventh event was the Masterpiece graduation, and the former Sydney 4-year-old Charles Heidsieck. There's plenty of speed on early, and that suited Charles Heidsieck, who settled about 6 or 7 lengths off the speed, over near the inside. Tony Earhart rode him very skillfully, and he's just a shade too strong for Royal Opinion in the final 100 metres.
Charles Heidsieck began well, and so did Main Kingdom from Royal Opinion, Gay Stepper and Abominable. Call Me Hot out wide, and McIver both showing pace with Main Link. Lauderdale's drifted back into midfield with Sovereign River, then Roy's Lad. Now Gay Stepper's back second last today, and Just Pretty had dropped out to the tail of the field. Call Me Hot won the charge as they raced down the back and leads by a length. Main Link quickly went up to be second, and Scrappy Sally settling third. Ripper Wrist fourth on the rail on the inside of McIver, and then 2 lengths to Dancing Man, 1 to Main Kingdom. Another length away Charles Heidsieck from Royal Opinion, then Lauderdale, a break to Sovereign River. A length away Jolly Good Fun in front of Abominable from Gay Stepper, Roy's Lad, and Just Pretty is last. Gee, they're stretched over plenty of territory as they begin the run on the airport side at the 750, where Main Link now went to the front and led by 2 over Call Me Hot, with McIver ahead away third. A break of 2 lengths to Scrappy Sally, and then Ripper Risk angling away from the rail. Royal Opinion starting a run, rushing up 3 wide from Main Kingdom, and then Charles Heidsieck moving forward. Around Dancing Man from Jolly Good Fun, Lauderdale, Sovereign River, Abominable, Gay Stepper, Roy's Lad, and Just Pretty last as they pack up and turn the corner. Royal Opinion and Ripper Risk out wide, swept up the tackle Main Link. Scrappy Sally getting a run in the centre. Charles Heidsieck into the clear now, and then Main Kingdom. Royal Opinion went to the lead at the 200. Charles Heidsieck coming after Royal Royal Opinion. Royal Opinion in front. Charles Heidsieck wearing him down. They're clear from Main Kingdom. Charles Heidsieck moved up, put his head in front of Royal Opinion. Welcome to Brisbane, Charles Heidsieck. Charles Heidsieck first, Royal Opinion second, Main Kingdom third.
Nice ride there from Tony Earhart, and plenty of vigour at the finish to just lift him home over Royal Opinion, who's very consistent, and he'll win one of these graduations very soon. Final event was the Safe View Novice. Life's Ambition made it 2 in a row, and he defeated Plain Claude and Principal Asset. The favourite Baladi Boy, having his first run since Christmas, was a little short of condition. He tired badly in the straight.
Through in the centre, and King Hunter driving through along the rail to join Baladi Boy, with Poor in that leading group. Plain Claude settling 5th, and then came on the inside, Rebel Surprise, followed by Principal Asset, Ambassador Star. A break of 2 lengths to Life's Ambition from Ravanna, and Noon Blended dropped out to the tail. King Hunter in front as they work off the first bend at the 700. He leads by a length and a half over Baladi Boy, who's one away from the rail. Poor travelling up very wide. Ambassador Star moving forward with that group. Plain Claude on the fence. A length away, Principal Asset, and then a break of 2 to Rebel Surprise from High Midnight, dropping out of it under the whip. Life's Ambition 6 lengths off the lead in front of Ravanna, and Noon Blend last as they turn. King Hunter in front, swinging the bend at the 300. Plain Claude's into the clear. Baladi Boy's immediately under pressure. Principal Asset going for a run, and Life's Ambition storming down the outside. Plain Claude joined King Hunter with 150 to go. Principal Asset and Life's Ambition trying to reach them. Plain Claude in front. Principal Asset and Life's Ambition are running him down. Principal Asset, Life's Ambition and Plain Claude. Life's Ambition lunged at Plain Claude. It's tight. Life's Ambition on the outside, or Plain Claude in a tight go. Principal Asset and King Hunter in a photo for third.
Certainly runs on very strongly, Life's Ambition. He's only reasonably lightly raced, and I think he will continue to improve. Look now at the double and treble information from Doomben. The double numbers were 4 and 2. They paid $61.40. The treble numbers 8, 4 and 2 paid $211.90. And the extra double from Doomben is 7 and 5. That paid $13.50. That's our review of the Doomben meeting from yesterday. We'll take a break now in sports scene. David
preparing his rugby. He's brushing the grey hair over the back
track in such a state on the eve of the autumn carnival. Hopefully they can get some fine weather leading up to the Easter races, the Doncaster and Sydney Cup. But very heavy conditions there yesterday, and there's one worrying section of the track around about the 1,000 metres, which I believe is going to require further construction work in that position. With the opening event was the Ruling Ways Handicap, an impressive debut here to Imposing Star from the Bart Cummings stable, 33 to 1, and she really relished the soft conditions, storming down the outside to defeat Souvenir and What a Dancer, who was given every chance by Ron Quinton.
What a Dancer having a crack at Paris. Look, little between them. 1 Souvenir, third, and Great Chances boxed away, and 2 to Yielding, and then Imposing Star right down the middle at the 200. What a Dancer shook off Paris. Look on the outside, Souvenir and Imposing Star running on from Great Chance. Souvenir's taken the lead, but the newcomer on the outside having a crack at it, namely Imposing Star. Imposing Star is going home by far the better, and Imposing Star gets up to beat Souvenir. Third, What a Dancer.
The Paul Sutherland stable really going great guns in Sydney at the moment, and All Chance been racing consistently in recent weeks. He likes the soft ground also, and he showed great courage in the straight to hold off Blazing Fury. I like the effort of Power Symbol, who came from a distant last to get third.
Gamble, Wage Freeze, Curie, and 3 lengths to Power Symbol. 500 left to gallop as they swing the bend, and it's All Chant by a length on Blazing Fury. In third position, Great Hopes. Butterfly Prince on the inside, and then Wage Freeze is keeping UN Gamble pocketed at the 300, and still it's All Chant, a length and a half on Blazing Fury. In third position, Great Hope starting to respond to Dittman's hard riding, and 2 to Wage Freeze inside the 200. All Chant almost joined by Blazing Fury. Great Hope struggling now, followed by Power Symbol. Blazing Fury after All Chant, who's resisting strongly. All Chant going home better than Blazing Fury and Power Symbol, and All Chant puts up a good game performance to win.
I think very soon Power Symbol over a distance longer than 1,200 metres. Third event was the St Margaret's Hospital Handicap, and it was regarded as a match race between Bencarra and Gone Troppo. That's how it worked out. Bencarra just a shade too strong for Gone Troppo in the last 100 metres. A late scratching in this Vicky Ave robbed the race of some interest.
Quickly moving up to go past Spring Moss, and as they straighten for the run of the judge, the leader is Gone Troppo. Now Voigt is starting to tack. Gone Troppo on Bencarra. Gone Troppo about 3 off the inside, but he's about 2 lengths on Bencarra, and Voigt first to go for the whip on Bencarra. and 2 lengths to Zephyr Cool. 200 out and gone. Troppo shows the way. Bencarra 3/4 of a length behind him. He's coming quickly, the big chestnut Bencarra. He raced up to Gone Troppo. He puts his nose in front. Bencarra, he's too good. And Bencarra on the line wins it a long head to Gone Troppo.
Fourth event was the welter, and a big plunge here on the Ron Quinton-ridden Calaboose. 9-2 into 3-1. He was rated unlucky. You'll see him searching vainly for a run until about the 150 metres mark. Most people rated him a good thing beaten, but I thought Gypsy Moss, who was second behind Julios, was equally as unlucky. But Julios, well ridden by Kevin Langby, just holds on from Gypsy Miss. Calaboose close up fourth.
Back to third last, and then Fantastic Planet and Caleb. Up the rise, Calaboose cannot get clear. And Prince Granada again joined by Highland Lord and Selex. Calaboose climbing over them, followed by Julios and then Folsom on the outside at the 175. And here's Julios, set alight by Langby. It surges to the lead, it ducked in. Langby straightens it up, and Julios has kicked a length. Highland Lord followed by Gypsy Miss and Cynical running home, but it's going to be too late. Calaboose flying, but Julios.
The Apollo Stakes was the next. It was the main one of the day, and Strawberry Road was sent out odds on, even though he was resuming, and the track was seriously rain affected. And Emancipation equally well backed, but Strawberry Road was a clear-cut favourite. He led comfortably. Just after they straightened, he seemed to kick away for Peter Cook, but Emancipation quickly had his measure, and the grey mare was far too strong over the final 200 metres. Strawberry Road got very tired at the finish, just held on for third. He'll improve, but Emancipation looks as though she's set for a very big autumn.
Apollo Stakes out on the inside at Strawberry Road, headed off here by Forward Charge. Emancipation getting into the clear, Claim the Quest trying to hold her in the pocket, but on the inside Strawberry Road still not done with, but the mare let rip now. Emancipation, but Claim the Quest way out in the centre is running one heck of a race. Forget Strawberry Road, it's Emancipation racing up to Claim the Quest to take over, and this is the real Emancipation today, back on top indeed with a vengeance. Emancipation clearing away from Claim the Quest, and Strawberry Road.
The rider on the second one, Claim the Quest, dropped his whip about the 250 metre mark, so that was a very encouraging performance to hold down second behind Emancipation. Sixth event was the Time and Tide Handicap, and this is a very, very smart youngster, Inspired. Started odds on and won like a long odds on chance. That's him in the black and gold racing outside the leader.
Half length on Inspired. Regal Reprimand in third position, still deeper out as Southern Blaze and Master Richard on the rail. Ace it up angling for a split between horses at the 300 after topping the rise, and Inspired goes to the lead from Diamond Solitaire. Then Southern Blaze running a good race, and behind them next Regal Reprimand and getting the split now. Ace it up, but Inspired, I think Beatman's got plenty in reserve. He has, he clicks it up and away goes Inspired. Inspired streaking clear now of Ace it up, running on his Steel of Steel, might get up for second, but as they hit it, it's Inspired bolting in.
He looks like he's one of Sydney's top 2-year-olds now, Inspired, and going to be a good chance in the Golden Slipper Stakes next month. Seventh event was the Light Fingers Stakes, and bookies had a good result here with Sabre Dancer storming down the outside, hits the lead about 150 metres out and came away for a very, very good win.
And Purpose and Sail to Glory, Hammer and Tong, a length Sabre Dancer, Lunar Light on the inside, Super Burn struggling, and then Bell to 2, Sail to Glory taken on by Sabre Dancer, and Sabre Dancer takes over 150 out. It's 3/4 of a length clear now. Lunar Light getting up on the inside of Sail to Glory, and then Bell to 2, but Sabre Dancer is going to be untroubled, and Sabre Dancer wins the Light Fingers Stakes in great style.
Comfortable win there to Sabre Dancer, and Jogger in the final event, the Hall Stand Handicap, equally as impressive. He was a little bit deep coming towards the home turn, but once in the straight, Jogger powered away, and he had a 2 3/4 lengths margin over Glen Astor at the finish.
The field nears the corner and the last at the 500, and Guria, a length on Jogger. Third is Grey Carly, Glen Astor travelling fourth, and then Linger Longer on the inside being pushed hard, and 2 Anna's Nam at Astro Star at the 300, and Jogger closing in on Guria to take over, and down to the 300 is Jogger kicking clear of Guria. Glen Astor third, Astro Star not finishing quickly enough, and likewise Linger Longer, but it's Jogger a mile in front. Glen Astor sitting second, Guria third, and at long intervals the nearest rival is Linger Longer, but Jogger's toying with his rivals in the last round, keeping him going, and Jogger trots it in.
They were the 8 events from Randwick yesterday. We've got
very difficult for the ground strokers. preliminary Davis Cup tie points for the Australians. And appropriately
Mark Edmondson losing only 2 points on his service for the entire match. That's a great effort. Australia winning the match 6-4, 6-1, 6-4. Australia advancing to the second round of the Davis Cup by NEC for 1984. Their opponents either England or Italy.
So a great performance there by the Australians. Just a reminder that at 1 o'clock today we'll cross to Perth for the reverse singles matches this afternoon between Paul McNamee and Marco Astoya and John Fitzgerald against Slavovan Zivovinovic. Well, Dale Woodhall, formerly of Queensland, now with Collingwood, has discarded the T-shirt and thongs, looking resplendent in a Collingwood blazer. He's part of our Australian Rules segment with Ken Hose coming up right after this commercial break.
Linda Ronstadt has just released this amazing album.
What's new? How did that romance come through?
What's New? The ballads composed by Irving Berlin, George and Ira Gershwin and Gordon Jenkins. The music by the Nelson Riddle Orchestra. All adds up to one of the most beautiful records in years.
What'll I do?
Swing a Little with Linda. Out now on album, cassette and compact disc.
Hey, great teeth and gums. You got quite a smile. What's your dental health secret, crocodile?
Thorough brushing and flossing every day. A good fluoride toothpaste.
That's the only way.
I visit my dentist regularly and I watch what I eat. No little snackies. Remember, brush well with fluoride. Visit you-know-who.
And watch what you eat.
'Cause really good teeth depend on you.
Tonight, one of the most special Disney presentations ever as we experience the incredible magic that began the Walt Disney legend. Journey back to the 1930s and witness the music, laughter, and genius that changed cinema history. See 3 of the earliest Academy Award-winning cartoons telecast for the first time in full length. The Silly Symphonies premieres on Disney tonight, 6:30 on 7.
Welcome back, and of course the big one today is the clash between Collingwood and Queensland. And Ken, isn't it great to see Chook in that black and white gear and looking super?
Certainly comes up flash in the Collingwood formals, David, doesn't he? Looking a picture of sartorial elegance.
He really does look good.
Direct from the lodge.
With a tie on.
It's wonderful. It just goes to show how things can improve.
You blokes haven't changed, that's We've got worser on that, worser.
All right, well, welcome to Australian football for this morning, and as David has suggested, it's a pretty big opening to the season for Queensland this afternoon, meeting Collingwood in the full-scale practice match to be played at Kedron Oval, although I don't think Queensland will be treating it as much of a practice match. With me, of course, as you may well have guessed, Bruce Burgoyne. Morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Ken. Good morning, viewers.
Dale Woodhall is with us. You've already found out, and be looking forward to seeing Dale in action this afternoon. Also with us from Collingwood this morning, Ricky Barham. Rick, nice to have you back in Queensland.
Yes, Ken. Good.
All right, let's start by finding out what you think of Collingwood. Dale?
What do I think of Collingwood?
Yeah, be nice. How's it affecting you? Apart from losing a lot of weight.
Yes, I've lost a stone, but I've got a lot stronger. The training's super hard, of course. I expected that. But I'm really enjoying the stay in Melbourne. And hopefully now I can just kick a few goals today against the other side.
How difficult has the training been? I know when I saw you at work down there, it was looking as though it was fairly physical.
It was very physical. They placed a lot of emphasis on weight training and also sprints. We've been doing thousands of sprints.
You also had a training camp, Ricky, at Torquay last weekend. Fairly intensive?
Yes, it's a yearly event that we have down there, and it's the last real main hit-out we have before the practice matches, and it does sort you out a bit, but it's pretty intense.
I think everybody that comes to the game this afternoon is going to find out that Collingwood's put in a pretty good side. They haven't taken it lightly.
No, that's for sure. It's, you know, we have to improve on our past performances over the... Well, we haven't won a premiership for 25 years, so, you know, the people at Collingwood now think that we've got to take everything flat out, and practice matches now are a very important part of our lead up to the season, which starts in, what, 5 or 6 weeks, so we have to probably take everything.